The town slept, but the wood of the gallows seemed to whisper with the creak of dawn. Inside the sheriff's office, Ursus, the Condor, and the gamblers awaited dawn, condemned to the noose. But when all seemed lost, the bear of Ursus burst in, shattering the posts that held the rope of their death. And yet, the beast paid dearly for its fury. The general's soldiers captured him. The night smelled of moonshine, of old gunpowder, and of plans hatched after one too many drinks.
The plan was sound, but the execution failed.
How could it not fail? Hungover, sleep-deprived, and drunker than soldiers on payday. 1 hour of rest isn't enough for a donkey, let alone for a hero.
The bear of Ursus had torn the gallows to splinters, but the town knew another would be raised at dawn.
We have a respite, yes, but a short one. I know people who can help us, and they carry papers, not rifles.
On the other shore of justice, a peculiar marriage was preparing to enter the game. Todo VMW and his inseparable wife, La Carma del Guagua. Their guardian was their dog named Zeus, who seemed to understand the law of man and of nature itself.
Your Honor, we are not here to embellish speeches. I come with my wife, my assistants, and with the voice of the people. We will not allow injustice to reign in this land.
Because if the general boasts of being civilized, then let him. Be bound by the very laws he proclaims. So says justice.
Gundy, the bold investigator, a master at finding evidence, presented their find. A map revealing an uncomfortable truth.
These men did not cross borders illegally. It was the colonists and the general soldiers who broke the law.
By invading Mexico, once New Spain, and here slavery is forbidden. The criminals are them, not those who freed the captives.
The bells called the people, not to mass, but to the trial where the noose already had its verdict. The general needed no evidence. For him, the gallows was the only counsel.
These men are not heroes, they are criminals. They stole legal property and disguise it as justice. The law is on my side.
Some law you have. One that protects chains and condemns freedom. They don't make them that crooked in saloons.
If justice were yours, General, the sun would not rise for all. And yet, here it is, illuminating even your lies.
The Condor's sarcasm ignited laughter, and Ursus's serenity, respect. Two styles, one single cry against the rope.
Order! Order in the court! This is a court of law, and I will not permit disorder. We judge based on evidence here.
And then the map of the territory was shown, and it became clear which country the colonists and the general himself with his army had invaded when they captured the Condor and Ursus.
This map makes it clear. The captured Apaches were not on the general's lands, but in another country. The colonists knew it and took advantage of their confusion. The colonel, blinded by his words, ended up invading a neighboring nation.
Gundy's words were not just an accusation, they were gunpowder. If accepted as truth, that trial could ignite a war, and the general knew it. While Gundy laid bare the general's lie with maps and seals, the lawyers, Todo VMW and his wife, Carma del Guagua, prepared the defense of the three reckless gamblers.
I need the full truth. What happened that night? Speak plainly, right here, to me.
I just raised my voice in the saloon, counselor. One drink too many, and I ended up promising impossible rescues.
There was no real plan. No weapons, no movement, just cards, drinks, and a drunken oath.
I pounded the table, nothing more. But that was enough for the guards to say we were conspiring.
So there was no attempted escape, just public disorder. That is our line. The rest is the General's theater.
The evidence is clear and compelling, as the lawyers and their collaborators have argued. Ursus and the Condor were not thieves, but prisoners taken outside our jurisdiction. The General had no right over them whatsoever. As for you three, young and immature outsiders, theirs. Araujo and Golpe Puro, your drunkenness led you to disorder. But that is not treason nor a capital crime. It is a minor offense, punishable by a fine, not the gallows.
And if the law only serves to hang the reckless while staying silent before true abuses, then it is not law, but tyranny with impunity.
I declare, by the authority granted to me by the law and the people, that Ursus, the Condor, and the three accused ought to be released immediately. This court will not be the executioner of innocent men.
The trial ended as few expected, with broken chains, not tightened ones. Justice, for at least one day, had defeated the noose. The wind roared like an ancient song, and within the fissures of the Grand Canyon, an impossible glow appeared, a portal woven from light and memories.
Condor, son of two worlds, here lies the path to your lost mother. Take one step, and you will feel her embrace once more.
Everything in me screams to enter. I have dreamt of her every single night. But my brother is here, my skin and another blood. How can I abandon him now?
The choice is yours. The portal will remain open, but only you may enter. If you choose Brotherhood, the wait will be long. But your bond with Ursus will shine like fire in the storm.
There was no journey, but there was that profound connection. The certainty that Brotherhood is also a home. The humiliation he suffered in the square festered in the General like a red-hot iron. Rage was not enough. He sought a new law to reshape the world in his favor.
Honorable representatives, what we see today is not merely local disorder, it is a fracture in authority. I propose we initiate a war and proclaim what rightfully belongs to civilized people like us.
The General spoke of order, of security, and of the future. But his true plan was visible only on his lips. Greed for the northern gold and the promise of absolute power.
Invade Mexico with what army? Under the pretext of arresting outlaws? It's madness, General.
It is not madness, it is opportunity. If we take the North, its wealth will pay for everything. Soldiers, pensions, loyalties. We need only push the people to believe in the enemy.
The Congress hesitated. It was not ready for open war, but the General had already planted the seed he needed. The lie. If the law would not give him war, the shadows would. He turned to those who ask not of law or honor, mercenaries and men without a country.
I promise you gold, I promise you license, and above all, I promise you a mandate. Leave no one behind to testify. When night falls, set fire to the streets where my prisoners were held. Let their proof and their memory burn. Then we will say our version. They were the invaders.
A betrayal. And in the night, torches would march toward the town. The smoke would be the curtain to cover his lie. The fire was no divine punishment. It was the fist of a man who believed laws could burn like straw. He not only wiped out the town, He also eliminated the mercenaries, so there would be no loose ends.
Let the world learn. Justice is smoke when steel has the final word.
You can burn my streets, but you will not erase my oath.
Neither paper, nor ink, nor the oath could save him. Justice fell beneath the blade, and the gavel's echo was buried by the roar of the flames.